Hello everyone, this is Blessing of Energy Center 6, the explanation. Welcome everyone here at the Coherence Meditation Gym. It is Monday and we are doing this meditation this Saturday. So this explanation helps us prepare for actually coming together and doing it together in synchrony. People from all over the world log in, we're in a Zoom meeting and we practice this together. So the purpose of this explanation is so that we can have a better understanding, know what to expect, maybe refresh our memory if we've never done it before, know what we're doing. So this is based on Dr. Joe's explanation. It comes with the meditation. What I do, I take notes and I convey this to you in keeping the integrity of his explanation. I'm not a facilitator of Dr. Joe, but I am a HeartMath certified coach and I am an advanced student. And it is my joy to bring this to us so that we can grow and evolve and wow, for whatever reason that we are practicing these meditations, it is, with the intention that we grow, evolve, heal, come into our fullest expression. So without further ado, okay, this is an advanced meditation. So it is recommended that we know or have practiced BOTEC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need explanations for those, I have those recorded. So feel free to either look in my YouTube page or here at the Coherence Meditation Gym. They are, you can reach out and ask for them, but they have been shared here, available to everyone. So it one builds upon the other. And in this particular one, we are bringing energy. We are bringing a particular energy to each energy center, which I'll explain in a moment. Just to recap, as we know, each energy center has its own frequency. It carries its own message. They have their own intent, their own consciousness. They have their own glands, their own hormones, their own chemicals, and they have all their own individual brain. And because energy activates each energy center, and we know this by practicing the previous blessing of energy centers, where our focus is, where our attention goes, that's where energy flows. And so as we flow our energy, concentrating in each energy center, this is what activates the centers. So it is energy in motion that we are particularly using in this meditation. So the quality of our emotion is going to be very important, and I'll explain what is the quality of each one of those emotions that we are imbuing that focused energy with. So to begin to consciously and willfully activate these centers and participate by calling up different emotions and feeling these emotions in each one of these centers, we've got to just be conscious about the quality of what it is that each one of these emotions means and how to activate them, how to feel them. So I'll go through each one of these. So if we go to the first energy center, we know that it is our creative center. And most of us believe that in energy center 1, that energy has to move out in one direction. And when that energy erupts is when we have an orgasm, when we have an ejaculation. But this energy doesn't have to go out, as we know in this work. It could actually move up our spine and all the way up to the brain. And in Blessing of Energy Centers 5, the previous one was a practice of this. It was an introduction to this. As we remembered, we like squeeze, all our insides, and we're actually moving it up our spine. And so, great idea maybe this week to practice 5 at least, to get that muscle going. And welcome everybody that is logging on live. So nice to see you, Chastity, Asinka. So that creative energy that we use for procreation, for making a child, that enormous amount of energy will naturally move to the second center. And this center, we feel safe, we feel secure, we're connected to people, to our tribe, to our culture, to our community. We have food, shelter, and when we have all these things, then naturally the energy center moves from 1 to 2 because we feel safe, we feel protected. And but if this is not present and our environment no longer feels safe and we can't perceive that security, or we can't predict what's going to happen in the next moment, and this is a disruption in our safety, then we have to activate the third energy center, and we have to use our will or our empowerment to overcome the conditions that don't make us feel safe. So that when we actually activate our will, and we do that successfully, energy can move up to our heart, to our energy center 4. So as you see, he's describing how, like in life, how each one of these centers represents, we know 1, 2, and 3 are like our survival energy centers, the ones that we move to procreate, to feel safe, to use our will. And then once we're at 4, we feel love, we feel whole, we feel gratitude, we are more connected, and once we feel all this love and connectedness, it moves up to 5th center, where we can express it, where we can express our greatest understanding, our greatest truth, our greatest love. And if that continues moving up to energy center 6, all of a sudden dormant areas of the brain begin to become activated, and our spectrum of reality, it broadens, and we perceive more of reality because now some conditioning or some veil or illusion has been lifted. If that energy continues to the pituitary gland, it releases all of elixirs, and it connects or creates more harmony in our environment, and the divine in us moves a little bit closer. There is a back part of the pituitary gland called the posterior pituitary that releases oxytocin and vasopressin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And once these chemicals are released, our heart begins to swell, and we feel so worthy. We feel so in love with life. We feel so graced to be alive, that it is that feeling that allows us to activate the 8th energy center. And this 8th energy center, that when energy moves up, it creates or causes an electromagnetic energy around the body to begin to become enhanced. And when we feel that feeling of grace, and when we feel that feeling of gratitude, that we are so loved and blessed, and then that creates like every burst, like imagine up to 5, 6, 7, 8, it creates a reversed field that begins to come through the top of our head, and now we're downloading information and receiving receiving this information. I love these hearts that come out of this recording, and we're worthy to receive in that moment. So that's kind of like just the explaining how energy moves up, and notice that from survival we go to expressing it, to feeling it, to activating dormant areas of the brain, to creating an electromagnetic field, to being able to download information. So knowing this, now we can actually be more conscious of what we're activating in the meditation. So when we do the meditation, let's go to this part of the explanation. We're putting our attention in the first center. He is going to ask us to call up raw passion. For our first energy center, we're going to focus on raw passion, that raw passion that we have when we feel aroused in some way, that serpent in us begins to awaken. So we want to really conjure up this feeling. For all of us, it's going to be different. But we're going to call up that raw passion when we're in energy center 1 to activate. And then he asks us to put our attention in the second center. And he's going to ask us to trust our gut. So we go from raw passion to trusting our gut, to feel safe, that everything is okay, everything is in order. We can trust. That's energy center 2. And that this is the feeling he wants us to create, this trust feeling. And then we go to energy center 3, and we awaken this by asking ourselves, or activating the power of our will, our power to become empowered. And I can see now, if you remember, going back, okay, this is an advanced meditation. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Energy Center, 2, I particularly like that we've created those symbols. So for me, as I'm explaining this, I'm reminded of my symbols of will. To me, it's like that. It's like this wild but very powerful horse. It's me in particular. Or also the will is I envision just these female archetypes of goddesses that are very much in their like Wonder Woman kind of an archetype. So for each one of us is going to be different. So whatever that you need to activate these feelings, Blessing of Energy Center 6 is really conjuring up those emotions for each one of the energy centers, so we can activate them, so we can really feel them with emotion. So each one of the centers has a representation, has, like he said, its own hormones, its own glands, its own consciousness. So we're activating them with with energy. So that has to be something that we know how to do for ourselves. And I think personally that Blessing Energy Centers 2 with the symbols helps in the remembering what that is. What is this? How do I conjure up will? How do I conjure up trust? How do I conjure up raw passion? So just have that in mind. And so 3, we become empowered. We are feeling it. The participation in this process, he mentions here, really activates, quickens the energy, the process, the energy. And I can see that how, our participation, meaning we are doing whatever we need to do, to remember how does that feel. 4 center, he wants us to feel the power of love, and the way we awaken it is to the way we awaken Energy Center 4 is to feel the power of love. So how do we activate that? What is it for you? take note of it. Practice feeling it before we actually go do it on Saturday. It's going to be much more powerful when we kind of already don't have to, we've got some prompts. In our fifth center, he wants us to feel what it feels like to express true love, to express our greatest truth, and that we are excited to express our greatest truth. Energy center 6, we awaken it with the power and the energy of the mystical. What is the mystical for you? With he suggests to be in awe, to be in wonder, to be surprised what is that, like this mystical part? This is the 6th. This is the pineal gland, remember? And I always go back to my personal experience of the pineal gland meditation, where really like going in, having a mystical experience and really going beyond that veil and knowing that, whoa, there's something way more. So to me, it is a very real thing. I have experienced this in energy center 6, pineal gland, this awe and wonder, this wonder of just this kind of veil being, taken, just being removed. And we see the hidden meaning behind all things. That something really changes in us, that we perceive a broader spectrum of reality, that is the emotion, that is the energy that will activate this one. That makes complete sense to me. Then the 7th energy center, remember, that's top of the head here, harmony, balance, coherence. It's the very life of energy. It's the life force of energy. It is the aliveness of energy. It's our divinity. It's the very fabric of everything material. And he wants us to fall in love with the divine. So yeah, what is it for you? Then we go to energy center 8th, and we will be in the energy that has to do with feeling or being worthy to receive, remember? And I always go like this because that's how I imagine that there's, this place where we connect, energy center 8 is above the head, above the body, being worthy to receive, truly worthy to be receptive, and our participation in bringing up this emotion while we're in this center, as an awareness begins to change its energy. So we will use emotions, energy in motions, and it is our willful participation in this that will begin to activate these centers more. And sorry, trying to really integrate my own words with my notes and the explanation of how, how to make this work. But what I wanted to mention again in energy center 8 was that being worthy to receive, that allowing part, that connection to source. I wanted to mention, if you haven't seen my interview with Dr. Charles Oliveira, who is in Source, the movie, as a testimony, he talks about the receiving part and how important it is to be willing to receive. And I've noticed personally in giving coherence healings or being at the Dr. Joe retreat, one of the parts where a lot of us have barriers to, or trouble with, is actually receiving, being open and willing to receive. And energy center 8 is that part where we let go, we release that there's, there's something way much more larger, and there's intelligence, and there's downloads and available to us, but, being open and feeling the worthiness to receive, that willingness really is what creates that ability that opens up our ability to receive. So, but I think as we progress in in the blessing of the energy centers, it is also it's something that actually just can naturally happen, because we are moving the energy up. So as we release, let go, it's something that just happens. So going back to my notes here, he asks us to really take a chance and feel when we get to the 8th center. He's going to ask us to unfold into the unified field, this realm beyond space and time. There is nothing physical there. There's no people, no body, no places, no things, not even time, just infinite space filled with energy. And the more we are conscious of this energy and unfold deeper and connect to greater frequencies of oneness and wholeness in the unified field, we can feel it and really remember it. So feeling it, like unfolding, just basking in these greater frequencies in this unified field. Remember how it feels. So that's where we're receptive. That's where we're simply receiving it and noticing them. And from here, that is where we're going to draw this energy and to begin to impregnate our body with vital life force. And this is going to raise our frequency. So we're allowing, we are feeling worthy, we're receiving it, we're drawing it in, we're impregnating our body with this new energy, this vital force, and we will go down. That's when we take it down to 8, to 7, to 6, to 5, to 4, to 3, to 2, to 1. And we begin to feel, as we're going down, we feel it through each energy. We're bringing down this energy through, feeling it imbue us in each energy center. And then feel it within our entire body at the end. And that's when we lay down. And when we lay down, we allow it we just allow ourselves to drift away, and to allow the autonomic nervous system to take the orders. So that's how it's gonna go. Oh boy, I mean, I'm really excited. What feels different to me in this one is, again, the energy and our participation in conjuring up the energies that are representative of each energy center, and to take note of how it is that we can activate these energies for ourselves as we are actively participating in activating each center, which with its unique emotion, and really feeling the emotion. So this is like, I mean, they're all super powerful, but this one feels just so much more like just a lot more energy. So again, my recommendation is to maybe just look back at how we're going to activate those. What is it for you when you're feeling, what activates for you each center? What symbol? To me, that's something really just tangible, like that we can think about, like, oh, how do I feel will? How do I express love? How do I, what is the mystical to me? And again, then also to have that surrender and trust part, because our body already has the intelligence. Each center already have their own consciousness, their own intelligence. So there's that part too of allowing our body. And then receiving, the receiving part is going to be just absolutely fascinating and exciting to see, because we never know what's going to happen. And I know, I mean, if this is our first time, or maybe you've already practiced this so many times, I personally don't think any meditation is ever the same. So hopefully this explanation gives you something that you haven't heard before in preparation, and that and I'm excited to come together with you, whomever is joining us on Saturday. And if you're watching this as a recording, if you're watching this not on the Coherence Meditation Gym, but in YouTube after the fact, or this, whenever, come and join us. We're always, we always have something going on at meditation in the calendar. We practice 4 times a month as of now. And it's really a beautiful thing to meditate with others. Here, there's people from all over the world that log in and gather. They're not recorded. We're really in real time, synchronizing. And there's something really powerful when we get together versus doing it alone. The collective energy really enhances things, and there's a mystical part to that as well, since we're all from all over the world. Really, it's I feel really blessed that that there's never just one part of of the world, Latin America, North America. There's people from down south, South America, from Australia, from Europe, from Africa. So just to have that, just to think about we're connected in that moment, and then to have an opportunity to share our experience, to ask questions after the fact. It's also so enriching. There's no judgment. There's no right, wrong. It's just us participating in life, being open to the mystical, open to healing, open to growing, open to evolving, open to connecting, open to building community, to building friendships. So it's become a beautiful thing. So I invite you to come and join us. All right, well, everyone, I'll leave it at this for now. Excited to do this on Saturday with you, or if not, join in so soon. All right, please subscribe and like if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, and I will see you soon. And for those of you coming on Saturday, let's so excited to connect. All right, much love, everyone. Bye for now.